This is another example of not being shocking, but still being, or not being surprising, this little exchange that Donald Trump had with Laura Ingraham last night. But it is shocking. It is shocking for a United States president to relentlessly attack an ally, one of our oldest allies, certainly our nearest ally, geographically, Canada, while setting himself up to open trading relations with Russia to his master, Vladimir Putin. I have 4 clips here. One is even Laura Ingraham questioning him. She says to him, "You're tougher with Canada than you are with our biggest adversaries. Why? What are you doing?" We'll start there and then we'll meander until he talks about opening relations with trading with Russia, while in the same breath, in the same air with Laura Ingraham, he's talking about punishing, levying sanctions and tariffs and economic terror on an ally, Canada.
With Canada than you are with some of our biggest adversaries.
Only because it's meant to be our 51st state. And
okay, but
but listen to this for a second.
We need their territory. They have territorial advantage. We're not going to let them get close to China.
Look,
right?
I deal with every country, indirectly or directly. One of the nastiest countries to deal with is Canada. The people that, now this was Trudeau, the people that good old Justin, I call him Governor Trudeau, his people were nasty. And they weren't telling the truth. They never told the truth. You know that, they'd say, well, we don't charge. Well, they do. They charge tremendous. They charge tremendous. And
yeah, just bananas. So here's one more clip just to kind of drive the point home. And I really want you to bear down and think about, look back on the times that Donald Trump has said anything remotely negative about Russia, remotely negative about Vladimir Putin, ever. Yesterday, he had a call with Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin made him wait on the phone for like an hour, made him wait around, made the president of the United States wait for the meeting. Because Donald Trump is subservient for whatever reason. No one's pinpointed it. Compromise, who knows what's going on? I don't know. It's not a conspiracy theory to ask these questions like, it's weird that Donald Trump does not mind tearing down our allies and our diplomatic relationships and our trade relations. He doesn't mind doing inexorable damage to the United States, to our economy, to our position in the world at all. But he will not say a single feather of a bad word against Vladimir Putin or Russia, or do anything to harm the interest of Russia. So keep that in mind while you're listening to all of this vitriol against Canada.
Canada doesn't pay for military. They don't give any. They give us nothing. And they are the worst people to negotiate with of everybody.
They had with USMCA. You finally got them around the edge on that, though. I
got them there. And USMCA is good, but they cheat. You know, an agreement's good, but they cheat. And Mexico cheats also.
But China cheated on your...
And here he is talking about how great a relationship, after all of that poison into the ear of the American people, into the ear of the world, about Canada and how they're cheats and they're bad negotiators and how terrible they are. Listen to him wax lovingly about Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un. He puts them all in the correct bucket and then heaps praise on them.
Putin actually said to me, if you're my friend, I'd hate to see you as my enemy. He said that very strongly. But with all of that, I had a very good relationship with Putin. I had a very good relationship with President Xi, a very good relationship with Kim Jong-un of North Korea. Lots of good relationships. And that's a positive thing. That's not a negative thing. But at the same time, I'm about our country. So that's why we're talking about tariffs. We'll be taking in trillions of dollars.
I want to get to the tariffs in a minute because we're going to first hit the other.
And then, of course, all of this hypocrisy, it would be nothing without Donald Trump signaling to Russia and his dear leader, it's the dear leader's dear leader, Vladimir Putin, that maybe we should do some trading together. Like, we're not going to get ripped off by Russia.
How can we trust that Vladimir Putin actually wants that, in that he's not also being influenced at the same time by his close friend, President Xi of China?
Well, look, we have our own discussions with President Xi of China, and he wants to get along also, and he's looking to get along, and we're looking to get along with him. And we will. We have a problem of trade where we have a very big imbalance with China. With Russia, we don't have that much trade, and they'd like to, and we'd like to also. They have some very valuable things for us, including very big forms of rare earth. They have a lot of earth. You know, they have a big chunk of real estate, the biggest, actually the biggest in the world for a country by far. And on that, they have things that we could use, frankly, and that other people could use. I think that President Xi would like to get along, and I think Russia wants to get along with the United States. I also think we're a much different country than we were just a few months ago. We're a country.
And as expected, crickets from the Republican peanut gallery. Nothing. Because if Donald Trump speaks, if he says jump, they say how high, just like Troy Nels said that one time. If Donald Trump speaks, if he says jump, you just jump. And then you ask how high. Oh, you got to just immediate obedience to orders from the dear leader, the demigod, the cult leader. This is to the detriment of our position in the world. This does not serve the interest of the United States whatsoever. None of it. The attacks on Canada do damage to us, and the cozying up to a murderous dictator like Vladimir Putin also harms our position in the world. But Republicans will do all of this to own the libs or whatever logic, they don't have logic, but whatever reasoning they're trying to float as a justification. What do you think? I invite you to this conversation. We can have it below in the comments. That would help the algorithm share this content with new possible subscribers, and you can help with that. That would be great. You can also call the voicemail line 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. I love and appreciate you very much. Follow me on social media if you're there. It's oftentimes a cesspool, but you know what? Things are looking better on Blue Sky. If you're not already signed up, maybe you should. It's not an ad for Blue Sky. You know, do what you're going to do. Anyway, I'm at Dollemore. I think on Blue Sky, it's at dollemore.com. Anyway, I love and appreciate you very much. I am looking for your feedback. I'll see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.